Sure, other families, other women that are also investing are going to experience similar things, but 5 properties over 5 years. We've got married in that time. We've been on overseas trips and we have had 2 kids. I guess it's just proof in the pudding that it's possible if you set your mind to it and do take advantage of those windows of opportunity when they're available to you. Hi, I'm Kristal from Pumped On Property. You might know me as Ben's sister. If you've worked with Pumped On Property as a client, you would have experienced me as your client manager, actually buying the properties. And if you haven't worked with Pumped On Property, a little bit about what I do in the company basically is help educate you on the markets that we purchase properties in. I help purchase the property, so when we do find the right one for you and your investment goals, I will help you negotiate the property with the agent, help you through settlement, and essentially that's what my role in the company is to work with the clients and guide them through the entire process, start to finish, once you come on board with the company. I started with Pumped On Property about 6 years ago, and over the last 5 years is where my property investment journey began, just after I started at Pumped with Ben. My husband and I, Matt, in that time have purchased 5 properties, one of them being our first home, a couple of investment properties, and then we've just moved into a new home over the last couple of months. We have 2 young boys, so we've got a 17-month-old and literally 2 weeks ago just gave birth to our second bub. So my husband and I got into property investing. We found a passion. He's a builder. I really like the property side of things, the market side of things, like trying to buy in the right market to, I guess, make the best property investing decisions. When we met, we decided together that that was something we were both really passionate about, in terms of buying properties to, I guess, eventually better our lives. So our goal is to be relatively financially free over the next 10 years. And we figured the easiest way to do that, and probably the fastest way to do that, is through property investing, at least for our goals and what we're looking to achieve. So as I said, I've got 2 young kids. So I guess we really want to be around more for them over their lifetime and hopefully have a few more kids in the next few years. So the reason we really like property investing is it's that vehicle for us to achieve our financial goals and be free to spend more time with family, work a little bit less, and hopefully make money on the way in doing so. So currently we own 3 properties. We've got 2 investment properties in Brisbane, as well as our own home here on the Sunshine Coast that we moved into a few weeks before Christmas. Overall though, we've purchased 5 investment properties over the last 5 years, but over the last year or so we decided to change up our portfolio and we have sold 2 of them. So the first property we bought in 2016, so 5 years ago, was actually our first home. So our decision at the time was to take advantage of first homeowner grants. My husband and I decided that we would buy 1 home in his name, and that was the home that we decided to live in. It was a 1975 home on the Sunshine Coast. It needed a lot of renovation when we did buy it, and our goal for that home was to live in it over the course of a few years, renovate the home, and when the time felt right or we found something different we wanted to move into, upgrade our principal place of residence. So the first property we bought was actually the home that we moved into. And then taking advantage of that first homeowners grant, our second property was an investment property that we decided to purchase in my name. I guess just, taking advantage of the grants that we had at the time. So that home that we bought in 2016 was on the Sunshine Coast. We spent about 3 years upgrading it bit by bit. So it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house when we bought it, all legal height on the lower level. My husband, being a builder, took advantage of this, and we decided to build in the lower level, creating a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a second living area. That space could be rented as like a home office or potentially like a secondary income for us. We actually did rent it out for a short period of time while we lived there, just to make a little bit of money on the lower level, and we lived upstairs. So basically the plan all along was to renovate and, as I said, when it felt right, sell to upgrade our principal place of residence. In that time, we also fully renovated the upstairs, the outside, basically did everything to the property to create as much value uplift as we could. We were really, really lucky in the suburb that we purchased in. It had about 30% growth in the time that we lived there, but we also added a lot of value through the renovation that we did, and we also saved a lot of money through my husband doing a lot of the work himself, and living through the renovation. So we weren't renting or paying a mortgage elsewhere. We just kind of sucked it up and lived there while we did all the work around ourselves. So the second property I touched on earlier, we purchased a year later, so in 2017, which was 4 years ago. That was an investment property in Brisbane. Again, it was like a 1970s renovator, about 2 kilometres to the beach. We got it for a really, really good price, about $50,000 below market value at the time. Just was, timing really well. No one was really looking for renovators in the area then either. So it was just that little sweet spot we picked up again, a property that was in need of some serious renovation. At the time, the intention was to purchase the property, put tenants in there, and then potentially turn it into a dual occupancy home after a couple of years. Though we decided last year, so in 2020, instead of putting a granny flat in the backyard or anything like that, we decided to renovate the home and sell it. So the market had moved quite a lot over that 3-4 year period that we'd been holding the property for. And we saw an opportunity when our tenants moved out to take advantage of the time that it was vacant, and at best, put it on the market and sell. At worst, put it back on the market for rent at a higher rental amount than what we were previously getting when it was unrenovated. So about 6 months ago, again, my husband decided to get in there, and we did a bit of a backyard blitz style renovation where basically went in for like 3-4 weeks and did the basics. So just tidied up the kitchen a little bit rather than a full renovation, just replaced some handles, polished the floors, gave it a coat of paint, landscaped the gardens a little bit, put in new fencing, a couple of those things that just make it a little bit more appealing from a resale perspective. And after we finished the renovation, we spoke with a local agent and decided to sell the property. So those 2 homes are the properties that we have since sold, and the remaining 3 properties are the ones that we're currently holding on to. So the third property we purchased was actually in 2019. So in 2018, we took a bit of a hiatus off purchasing properties. It was the year we got married. We went on an overseas trip for quite a long time. And then in 2019, I fell pregnant with our first bub, and we decided before I was taking time off work, let's purchase another property just while we could, while I still had borrowing capacity. That is a little 2-bedroom home, about 300 metres to the water, again in a suburb of Brisbane. We were really, really fortunate again to get that property at a great price. At this stage, we haven't actually done anything to that home. So we've been holding on to it now for just under 2 years. We've kept tenants in there that whole time, and the rental return's quite good without having had to have done any work to the home. It does need a fair bit of renovation, and our intention over the next few years is to probably extend the property and turn it into a really nice like beach shack family home. Currently it is only 2 bedrooms, so we will look at turning it into a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. Again, landscape the gardens, do a serious extension to the property. It's probably going to cost us quite a lot of money to do without knocking down and rebuilding the home. It is something that is going to be a little bit more extensive than a basic reno like we've done to the 2 other properties. So something we'll look at doing maybe in another 2-3 years time. For now, it's just got tenants in the property, and we're just holding on to it until kind of the time is right, the funds are available, and we've got the time to actually do the work and get stuck in. The 4th house that we purchased is actually the property I'm sitting in right now. So this was what we decided to sell our other home on the Sunshine Coast, which was house number 1, to purchase this property with the profit that we made on that sale. So this is another property on the Sunshine Coast, and it's currently our family home. We purchased it only about 3 months ago and settled in November. So we decided to do a pretty extensive renovation before we moved in. Again, I was now pregnant at this point in time, so it's 2020 with our second bub, and took advantage of trying to borrow what we could borrow before I was going to be off work again for a little while. So we have done the kitchen, flooring, painting, we replaced all the carpets in the bedrooms, wardrobes. The kitchen that we're sitting in right now was unrenovated. The house was only about 16 years old, but it was a little bit dated and just not really our style. So before we moved into the property, we decided to rent back the home that we just sold on the Sunshine Coast, stay there for a month and finish off this. We are still in the process of doing more renovations. So my husband's outside currently doing some painting outside. We've put a really big back deck off the side of the home, and over the next few years while we live here, we will be renovating the bathroom, we'll be adding an ensuite, and the lower level of this property again is legal height. So the intention is to turn that into a really big double garage storage space and potentially like a 1-bedroom self-contained unit with an ensuite and laundry. So still a little bit of work we want to do on this property over the next few years, but we're pretty much happy with how it is now and perfectly happy to live here as a family for the next little while. It's in an amazing street. We've got water views to the east, we've got hinterland views to the west. This is a property that my husband and I don't really see ourselves moving out of anytime soon, but you never know. The market's going pretty crazy here on the Sunshine Coast, and we're really happy with the property, how we've done the renovation, and we do want to stay here for a while, but you never know what happens with your portfolio. Things can always change, but for now, we're staying put with this one. Just after we settled on this property here on the Sunshine Coast, we decided to buy a 5th investment property in Brisbane. It is essentially the 3rd property we're still currently holding. Again, it's like a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, bread and butter 1975 high-set style property. The intention with that is to hold on to it for probably the next 2 to 3 years, depending on what the market's doing at that time. And similar to what we've done with the property that we sold in Brisbane in the middle of last year, do that backyard blitz style renovation, the basic things, not a full kitchen or bathroom reno, but tidy up both, paint the outside, give it a little bit more street appeal, and ideally look to sell it in a few years' time. Right now, again, because we got it for a really great price, it's currently got tenants in there. They've been there for 10 years. They wanted to stay, so we've kept them there and they're pretty happy to be there. But the plan will be to move them on in a few years' time and renovate. Again, at the very worst, we keep the property as a rental property, getting slightly stronger income because it has been renovated, or at the best, we can make a little bit of money off selling it. And with the profits that we're making from the properties we're selling, we're putting that back into investment properties, renovations on the homes that we currently have in our portfolio. So the intention is kind of to always hold our own home in at least 2, if not 3 investment properties at any given time. And then where we can, look at sort of selling once a renovation's complete, and those little bits of money that we're making on each property, reinvesting, using to upgrade the properties that we're holding on to, or I guess have financial freedom because we've got a little bit more money in the bank and I can stay off work for a little bit longer with our 2 little ones. So when I first started property investing, I guess I probably would have called myself a passive investor because it's a little bit of unfamiliar territory. You just kind of want to get a property, set and forget, put tenants in there and hope that the market does its thing. But over the last few years, my husband and I have found that we really have a passion for renovating. So we've definitely become active investors. So like I said, our intention is to always hold a couple of investment properties that we're renovating every few years to make that little bit of money. We're in a really good position because he can do a lot of the work himself and we're not having to employ trades at a premium. So we're very, very active and and I love the idea of renovating. I love the idea of building brand new as well. We just haven't gone down that path, but it's still a pretty active strategy. Ideally, we're just going to continue renovating, and where we can make profit off the renovations through selling every couple of years. And then we'll get to a point maybe in 5 to 7 years where we'll turn back into passive investors. Our portfolio will look the way we want it to look. The properties that we're holding on to are renting for slightly better money because they have been upgraded, and we can kind of just sit tight and cruise. Like I said, 10 years from now, we'd like to be relatively financially free to do the things we want to do. So we'll get to a point where we're not wanting to have to renovate a property every year and spend that money. But for now, that active approach really, really appeals to us. And I don't know, we just really like renovating. Obviously, along the way, we've learnt a fair few lessons. Through renovating properties, you find that the costs always blow out. And there's always challenges along the way. The things that you wanted to do to the property might not be possible. You've got an idea to knock out a wall or renovate something in a certain way, and you find out once you move into the home or get your hands stuck in that can't actually happen, or that the budget won't allow it. But I guess for us, the biggest challenge is the fact that we are having kids, and I'm in that sort of stage of my life where I'm coming and going from work. So our biggest thing is that we've kind of got to take advantage of the opportunities in the periods of time where I'm working full time, and sort of balance out our investment strategy when I'm on maternity leave. Obviously, we don't have great borrowing capacity, and that's just the reality of being a family. And I'm sure other families, other women that are also investing are going to experience similar things. But 5 properties over 5 years, we've got married in that time, we've been on overseas trips, and we have had 2 kids. I guess it's just proof in the pudding that it's possible if you set your mind to it and do take advantage of those windows of opportunity when they're available to you. So my husband and I are currently renovating the house that we're living in. Like I said, we've done a lot since purchasing it. But if you do want to follow along on our journey, the other 2 properties we're holding in Brisbane will also be renovated over the next few years. We do have an Instagram page, Cocky Crew, if you would like to follow along. Also, Pumped on Property Instagram and socials are always posting little updates about what we're getting up to as well. And you can see any sort of renovation updates through there.